unknown. If bad luck had a name, it would be Richard Morgan. I'm Richard Morgan, and this is my story. A story that taught me the bitter truth that karma is a myth and loyalty means nothing to an ingrate. That night at my humble home, my life was shattered into a million pieces. The rain was pounding against the windows like a relentless drumbeat, and my wife, Cynthia, was cooking dinner in the kitchen, the aroma of her signature egusi soup wafting through the air, filling my stomach with anticipation. My kids were playing in the living room, their laughter and shouts a symphony of joy. And then, without warning, the door burst open and my world came crashing down. Police officers stormed in, their boots thundering on the floor, and I was dragged out of my home, handcuffed and helpless, as my family watched in horror. The accusations were ludicrous. Robbery, gunpoint, jewelry store heist. The evidence seemed convincing. Even I began to doubt my own innocence. But I knew I didn't do it. I knew I was being set up. The only person I trusted was my best friend, Leonard. We grew up together, shared everything, and I considered him a brother. I waited for him to visit me in prison, to tell me he believed me, to promise to clear my name. He came once, looked me in the eye and said, "Richard, be strong. The truth will come out." But it was a lie. He never intended to help me. In fact, he was the mastermind behind my downfall. Years passed, and I rotted in prison. My family fell apart, and my life was reduced to nothing but despair. Meanwhile, Leonard built an empire with the stolen money, vacationing in Dubai, London, and Paris, smiling on magazine covers, and giving talks about success. The injustice was suffocating. I waited for karma to deliver justice, to punish Leonard for his betrayal. But it never came. Instead, Leonard grew richer, more powerful, and I grew older, lonelier, and more miserable. It was as if karma had abandoned me, leaving me to pick up the pieces of my shattered life. It wasn't until 19 years later, when I was transferred to a new prison, that fate finally intervened. I saw a man who looked uncannily like me, Richard Amos, and the truth began to unravel. He was Leonard's accomplice, the real culprit. My name was cleared, and I was finally free. But the damage was done. My family was gone, my life was lost, and Leonard still walked free, smiling and laughing, while I struggled to rebuild. I realized then that karma is just a myth, a comforting illusion that justice will be served. Sometimes it's just a matter of taking matters into your own hands and moving on. I'll never forget the pain, the betrayal, and the injustice, but I'll try to move forward, to rebuild my life, and to find some semblance of peace. And as for Leonard, I'll leave him to his conscience, if he has one. And that's how karma betrayed me. I kept waiting for it to deliver justice, but all it did was make me older, lonelier, and miserable. So hear me now. Stop waiting for karma. Some people will wrong you and walk free. It's life. Pick yourself up, live, and leave karma out of it. It is just a myth we hold on to because we can't bear the weight of our own helplessness.